Picture this: a handsome prince known across continents for his striking looks, military prowess, and adventurous spirit, and beside him stands not a stranger plucked from obscurity, but someone who knew him long before the world fell in love with his Instagram posts and dashing smile. This is the story of how Anisha Rosnah became the Princess of Brunei, and trust me, this journey from childhood friends to royal couple is more captivating than any Hollywood screenplay could ever imagine. Before we dive deep into this mesmerizing tale of love, tradition, and destiny, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like icon, and drop your thoughts in the comments below because this story is about to take you on an emotional roller coaster through the golden halls of one of the world's wealthiest royal families. In the heart of Southeast Asia lies Brunei, a nation where oil wealth meets Islamic tradition, where golden-domed mosques pierce the sky, and where the Sultan's palace contains more rooms than there are days in 2 years. Within this realm of unimaginable luxury lived Prince Abdul Mateen, the 10th child and 4th son of Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, a man whose family fortune is estimated in the tens of billions and whose lifestyle embodies everything we imagine when we think of modern royalty. Prince Mateen wasn't just another royal figurehead collecting titles and attending ceremonies. This man earned his reputation as Asia's most eligible bachelor through a combination of genuine achievements, undeniable charisma, and a social media presence that gave millions of followers an intimate glimpse into royal life unlike anything seen before from Brunei's typically private monarchy. With his chiseled features, athletic build maintained through rigorous military training, and adventurous spirit that took him from polo fields to helicopter cockpits, Prince Mateen became an international sensation. His Instagram account exploded with followers mesmerized by photos of him in military uniform, playing polo, scuba diving in crystal-clear waters, cuddling exotic animals, and showcasing a life that seemed pulled directly from a modern Prince Charming fantasy. Women around the world dreamed of catching his eye. Fashion magazines featured him in lists of the world's most handsome royals, and speculation about his future bride became a favorite topic among royal watchers. Little did the world know that the woman destined to stand beside him had been part of his life story long before the cameras started clicking and the world started watching. Enter Anisha Rosnah, a woman whose background intertwines with Brunei's royal establishment in ways that make their eventual union feel almost predestined. Born into a family of distinction, Anisha is the granddaughter of Pahin Dato Isa Ibrahim, one of the Sultan's most trusted special advisors, a position that places her family within the inner circle of Brunei's elite power structure. This connection meant that Anisha wasn't a stranger to royal protocols, palace life, or the weight of tradition that comes with being associated with the Sultanate. Growing up in this environment, she understood the delicate balance between modernity and tradition that defines contemporary Brunei, and she embodied the grace, education, and cultural awareness that the nation values in its prominent women. But here's where the story becomes truly magical. Anisha and Prince Mateen weren't strangers thrown together by arrangement or formal introduction. They knew each other as children, their families' connections ensuring their paths crossed during those formative years when titles and royal duties seemed distant and unimportant compared to simply being young people navigating life in Brunei's elite circles. Imagine the innocence of those early interactions, neither probably imagining that years later they would stand together as husband and wife, their childhood familiarity blossoming into something far deeper and more profound. This foundation of genuine friendship, of knowing each other beyond the public personas and royal expectations, would become the bedrock of their relationship. As they grew older, life pulled them in different directions as it does for everyone. Prince Mateen pursued his education abroad, attending the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst in the United Kingdom, the same institution that trained British princes and military leaders from around the world. He continued his studies, earning degrees and building a resume that proved he was more than just a handsome face or a royal title. Meanwhile, Anisha was carving her own path, pursuing education and developing into a woman of substance who understood both her cultural heritage and the modern world. The years passed, both maturing into adulthood, and then something shifted. Whether it was a chance meeting at a royal function, a rekindling of old friendship, or a gradual realization that had been building over time, the connection between them evolved into romance. Their relationship developed away from the intense public scrutiny that follows many modern royals, with Brunei's culture of privacy protecting the early stages of their courtship from becoming tabloid fodder. This allowed them to build something genuine, to rediscover each other as adults, and to determine whether the spark between them could withstand the pressures of royal life, public expectation, and the responsibilities that would come with marriage. For Prince Mateen, who had been linked to various potential partners by eager media outlets and had his every public appearance analyzed for signs of romance, choosing Anisha represented something deeper than attraction or convenience. He chose someone who understood him, who knew his family, who shared his cultural background, and who had been woven into the fabric of his life story long before romance entered the picture. When their engagement was announced, it sent waves of excitement through Brunei and captured international attention from royal watchers who had followed Prince Mateen's journey to finding love. The wedding itself became a spectacular display of Brunei's wealth, tradition, and cultural heritage, held over multiple days with ceremonies that honored Islamic customs and royal protocol. Anisha, dressed in stunning traditional attire adorned with jewels that sparkled under palace lights, looked every inch the princess she was becoming, while Prince Mateen, resplendent in military uniform and traditional royal regalia, beamed with unmistakable joy. The ceremonies brought together royalty from around the world, dignitaries, family members, and showcased Brunei's unique blend of ancient tradition and contemporary luxury. But beyond the golden thrones, the priceless tiaras, and the palace grandeur, what makes their story resonate is its essential humanity. In a world where royal marriages have often been strategic alliances, political arrangements, or matches made for reasons having nothing to do with love, Anisha and Prince Mateen represent something refreshingly authentic. They represent the possibility that even in the rarefied air of extreme wealth and royal protocol, two people can find each other, can build a relationship on friendship and genuine affection, and can create a partnership that honors both tradition and personal choice. Their journey from childhood acquaintances to life partners reminds us that sometimes the person meant for us has been nearby all along, waiting for the right moment when timing, maturity, and circumstance align perfectly. Today, Princess Anisha carries herself with the poise expected of Brunei royalty while bringing her own grace and warmth to the role. She participates in royal duties, represents the family at official functions, and has begun carving out her own identity within the monarchy. Prince Mateen continues his military service, his polo playing, and his role as one of the most visible members of Brunei's younger royal generation, but now he does so with his childhood friend turned princess by his side. Their social media posts, carefully curated glimpses into their life together, show a couple that genuinely enjoys each other's company, whether attending formal state functions or sharing quieter moments away from public view. Their story challenges our assumptions about royal life and arranged marriages, about the possibilities available even within traditional monarchies, and about the enduring power of genuine connection. It proves that fairy tales can exist in real life, that childhood friendships can evolve into epic love stories, and that sometimes the most extraordinary journeys begin with the most ordinary circumstances, two young people who simply knew each other before the world was watching. In an era where cynicism about romance runs high, where royal scandals dominate headlines, and where the institution of monarchy itself faces questions about relevance, Anisha and Prince Mateen offer a narrative of hope, tradition respected and love chosen, duty fulfilled and happiness found. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you believe that childhood friendships can truly evolve into the kind of deep, lasting love that weathers royal pressure and public scrutiny? Or do you think their shared background and family connections played a bigger role than romance in bringing them together?